Hi guys, um, it's 1:25 a.m. here, so I thought that I'd just give you it's a new video for 2022 after some time. Okay, I've not been making videos on quite some time because I think during November, December I took my vaccination and then I got some complications and I was admitted to the hospital, but I'm fine right now. So let's just beat around the bush and then I'm gonna share with you about these three information. Okay, so actually having these three, right, is going to help you a lot. Okay, it's going to help you a lot in terms of your trading. Okay, so the thing that I'm going to go through with you guys is the candlestick formation and then bias and sellers relation and momentum. Okay, so to me, having this there are other multiple confluence for you before you arrive to a trading decision. Okay, I understand that, but knowing these three gives a worlds apart. I mean, set you miles apart from other traders maybe. Okay, but this is because I use this kind of relation, this kind of things to make my trading decision. Okay, so let's just begin. Okay, for candlestick formation and then how is it related, all these things. Okay, for candlestick formation, as some of you may know, that I mean the most popular ways that people trade, right, is actually the candlestick. Okay, the candlestick, and some are using maybe line charts. Okay, some are maybe using line charts. Okay, and then all this thing, if you can see bars and all that, I don't use it. I just use candlestick, and I find that it's a cool way to see the market. Okay, just by the candlestick alone. Okay, and how does the candlestick formation is. Okay, just remember candlestick have two distinct features. Okay, one. Okay, just give a normal candlestick, don't worry about the color. So a candlestick, right, have two features. One is called the shadows, or the other name for it is called wicks, W-I-K-S. I'm not going to spell it out, you should know. The other one is the body. Okay, or we call it the real body. Okay, what does this signifies? Okay, understanding what does a candlestick do and what it does, it's going to help make a lot of difference. Let's assume that this is a bullish candle. Okay, so when it's bullish candle, what does it mean? When the bullish candle, that means the bias is strong and there's a lot of bias. Okay, just remember that a bullish candle shows that there is a lot of bias. But at this particular session, shows that there is a lot of bias and it's a bullish market. So when there is this kind of thing, when there's a bullish candle and the buyers are pushing the price up, and before this pushing price up, price is going down here, would you buy? Would you look for a sell when you look this bull candle, or you want to look for a buy? Okay, so in this case, right, if you look at this, that means price is moving down. Then what is this? Is this a pullback, or is this? So there's a lot of conflicting theories. Okay, so it all depends on what is the price action, because we only know that there's a lot of sellers here. Then the first story here is that, is this a reversal or is this a pullback? Right, that will be the thing. Okay, just remember based on the story. Okay, just based on the story. Alright, so for candlestick, if this is the bullish candle, this is the shadow, how does price move in this case? Okay, price move in this case, right, open here, it go down here, it went up here, and it go down here. So in this case, it shows that the buyers are pushing the price up, the sellers fail to push price lower, and then that is formed a bullish candle. So the thing is, when we know that this is okay, let's say there is a downtrend, and we know that it's a downtrend, judging from the general sense of direction from this market, but there is a bias pushing up. So in this case, right, the thing is, you want to rule out the sell, sorry, even if this is a downtrend, rule out the sell. Why you want to rule out the sell? This real body signifies volume. That means there's a lot of bias inside here. So even though it's a downtrend in this case, but when there's bias here, bias is overwhelming, you don't want to look for a sell. So assuming this bias represent 10 bias, okay, but you say this is a downtrend and you want to look for a sell. You want to look for a sell despite it's showing this bullish candle, and you know that there's 10 bias here. You are that one seller who's trying to overrun this 10 bias here. Who will win? Of course the buyers. Okay, irregardless of this down move. Alright, so don't make too fast a decision just because of one candle. Okay, you must validate it with price action. Okay, so that is a candlestick. Okay, real body and shadow. Okay, and the bearish candlestick, it depends on the color that you designate for your bullish and bearish. Okay, if your bullish is blue, then your bearish red. Okay, sometimes bullish yellow, bearish red. Okay, so it all depends on you. Okay, so once we know that that is a candlestick, so does buyers and sellers relation matters in in trading? Yes. Okay, remember, we are trading in a market whereby there is a buying and there is selling, right? It's either you buy or either you sell, right? So how can you trade a market where there is buyers and sellers, but you don't know the relation between buyers and sellers? It just doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense. So you need to understand what is the buyers and sellers relation. If you know that the buyers are overwhelmed, you buy. If you know that the buyers, because how trading works is very simple. If you perceive price to go up, if you buy, you in profit. If you perceive price to go down, if you sell, you in profit. That's it. It's so simple as that. Okay, don't need to go so far, and try not to no need to remember patterns. Okay, patterns, if you understand patterns but doesn't understand buyers and sellers relation, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I used to learn from patterns and all that. It doesn't make sense. Okay, like example, I'll give you an example of patterns. Like for instance, we see a small candle here, and then suddenly there is one big bearish candle here. Okay, one big bearish candle here. Okay, that tells you that, oh, this is a big candle, big momentum sell, momentum candle. Look for a sell. You look for a sell. What happened? Price go hit your stop loss, and then in the end went down, right? So the thing is, you must validate with price action. You must have confluence in your trading. You must have a process. Okay, if you see this, what you gonna do? You see that, what you gonna do? Okay, that is how I make my trading decisions. Okay, and it must be a couple of candlesticks, and then where does it close? Why does it close in this way? And all that. Okay, so body signifies volume, shadows signifies rejection. Okay, if the next candle shadow is like that, and then this one is a bullish candle. Okay, this one bullish candle, and this one is also bullish candle. Okay, and it's like that. What does this tell you? This tells you that in relation between these two, the buyers is very strong, but the sellers are starting to push the market down. But does this mean it's a sell? It depends. Okay, because this seller, now the thing is, right, what we know from this relation, right, when these buyers are strong here, assuming, right, and the reduction of the body signifies that there is lesser buyers compared to the previous candle. There is lesser buyers compared to the previous candle. So what that tells me, that even if I want to look for a buy, right, if I know that the buyers is lesser than previous candle, I would not buy. But does that mean I want to sell? No, because what if this is like that? If you're going to sell, you're fighting against the trend, right? Okay, remember, if this is the same thing. Like for instance, you want to look for a sell because you see one puny rejection. Okay, and then assuming you take a sell, right, you see it's turn reversal. But then the next candle, okay, in this case, what is this telling us? This bias is strong here, pushing the market up. The next candle, right, buyers start to lose momentum, sellers start to gain momentum, start to push the market down. So the next candle, when it went down, is not surprise, because we have this. So when it went down, does it mean it's a sell? It's a sell for now, because why are they doing go down for? Because it's going to get liquidity from this sell. After liquidity is grabbed around here, that is where it push up. Okay, that is how buyers and sellers relations. So you need to understand, the longer the shadow, the more the rejection. So from there on, you can make trading decision. The smaller the body, the lesser the momentum. Okay, so for instance, when you push up, but if the buyer's momentum is weak, okay, buyer's momentum is weak, rule out buy. buy. You know your buy have no strength, rule out. Okay, if price go down and then you see a small body sell, rule out sell. Okay, rule out your sell because your sell have no strength. Okay, and same, no momentum as well. That means there's very little sellers here. If there is very little sellers and you want to look for a sell, your sell eventually will not work. If there is very little sellers here and then the buyers start to overwhelm, even your sell still won't work because the buyers is going to push the market up. When the buyers are pushing the market up, you look for a sell, hoping for a reversal. Then in fact you go down because the original trend is the downtrend. Contradicting, right? Okay, but I will explain to you in the chart later. So for all these things, let's remember the three things: candlestick formation, buyers and sellers relation, and momentum, as I show you on the chart. Okay, so this is Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD on the daily chart. Okay, I like to see the daily chart. Okay, let's do some for the sake of explaining my topics here. I'm going to do some back testing. Okay, I'm going to do some back testing to explain to you the theory about how this happens. Okay, about relation between buyers and sellers. When we know, how do we read the market in this case? Okay, I'm going to take let's see now. Okay, I'm just going to start from here. Replay. Alright, so this is the market. As we can see from here, right? As we can see from here, market is moving in a general direction of a downtrend. Okay, so you are looking for a sell, right? You are looking for a sell based on this daily. So how I see, okay, sellers are pushing the market down. Sellers are pushing the market down from here. Okay, this is a inside bar actually. Price make an inside bar breakout. Okay, if you look at this one candle, two candle, the sellers are gaining momentum. The next candle you look for a sell, it's not going to help as price go up first. But in this case, right, the close is a weak buy momentum. That means in this case, right, the buyers initially try to push the market, but it cannot push the market higher than previous high, and there is very little strength by the buyer. That's why the next candle goes down here, and this is where immediately, right, you are looking. Okay, go to the lower time frame for a sell. Am I right? But remember, as price go down lower and lower, this is where buyers are, and you don't want to take. This is not an area for us to look for a sell. If you want to sell, it has to be, it's either here or it's either here, because this is where the market move very strong. At this point, market move very strong. That means it's more stronger than this push here. Okay, right? You can see very clearly this push is more stronger than this push here. So in this case, we want to rule out. In this case, right, if we see the relation, right, this strong sell momentum, the sell momentum has been reduced. So what are we going to rule out? Rule out sell at this location. Rule out sell. Okay, rule out sell. Can we buy? Depends. Depends. I want to see what's the relation, because right now I never see any buyers. So how am I going to buy? And based on this volume of sellers, even though it's shrinking, doesn't mean that I want to buy. So don't do anything at this point. Okay, price already reached lower low, no point. But what can we do? We can mark the zone. So that means this zone is important. Okay, because after price gets from here, right, it went down very hard. So this is a very important zone, and this is a very important. This one is not as important, so I don't want to mark. I like to mark the primary zone. So this one is not important. So the thing is, wait, if you take a sell at this point, okay, what is going to happen? Will your sell work out? Because as I say, because of this weak momentum, right, price may want to go up. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see that your sell does not work. If you are going to sell based on this candle here, right, you know what, this is going to be the exact same thing that I explained to you. Okay, it's a downtrend. Guys, it's a downtrend. It's a strong candle. Okay, I look for sell. Okay, you are going to be that one seller who's trying to sell with 10 buyer. How can you compete? There is no way. Okay, then well, maybe this is a weak buy momentum. Remember, this one shows you that the sell momentum is weak. So there is no, there is no strength. So for right now, if you look at this now, who is winning the war? Is the buyers. If the buyers are winning the war, right, you don't wanna sell, even though you see this downtrend. There has to be an anti-trigger, because right now, right, price is rejecting lower prices. Price is rejecting low, go up. Because rejecting low, go up. Buyers are in control. Okay, don't look for a sell. Can I buy? It depends, because this is long way is going down. It's not making higher highs. Okay, but in this case, we look at this candle relation, right? This is a weak buy momentum. A weak buy momentum, right? Does that mean that we can use for a sell? No, not necessarily, because there's no anti-trigger for it to go down, even though it's weak to go up. Okay, all we know that price is rejecting low prices, so it might still go up. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so it's not a place to sell as price go up, and a weak, and this shows a weak buy momentum. But can we sell here? Still a bit tricky, because this weak buy momentum, right? Weak buy momentum, this strong buy momentum, weak buy momentum. Weak buy momentum, why does it become weak? Because it's at a supply zone. A minor supply zone. Okay, if you are going to sell at this minor supply zone, because I say this zone is more stronger than this zone. This move down is more stronger than this move down. So in this case, price may go down a bit and go up. Let's see. It doesn't go down. Okay, instead it just continue to go up. There's a rejection here, but price does not break the previous low. That's why it's continue to go up. At this point, then people can say it is a reversal, because price already closed above this. But as I say, the general direction is still towards the downside. Okay, so in this case, right, can we sell? Tricky, because there's a lot of buyers here. There's no anti-trigger. If we can see the buyers start to shrink, that is where we can start to go in. Okay, that means small bodied candle of the buyers. Okay, now if you could be crazy to buy here. Okay, don't be that. Okay, let's see now what happens. Okay, now look at this right now. Look at the relation. Now price has reached to the main supply zone here. The main supply zone. Strong buyers, right? This is a strong volume candle of the buyers. Okay, and then technically, right, a strong volume candle buyers, price will continue to go up if you want to be very strong. But look at what happened to the next candle. The next candle, first of all, there is a weak buy momentum, number one. Number two, right, as it goes up to make this as it go up to travel high, right, there's a long shadow. Long shadow means there is a strong rejection from who? Sellers. Okay, sellers. So in this case, if you look at this candle, if you look at this candle close, what happens, right? What is happening in actual sense? Okay, let's see here. This one. This is a candle open here, because bullish candle, right? It open here. Okay, it go down a bit only here, right? And after that, it go up. Go up until here, right? And then it get pushed down, and it goes here. So in theory, right, it never go anywhere. Right? It never go anywhere. So when you know that buy momentum is not there, it never go anywhere. There's a strong sellers rejection. What are you going to rule out? Rule out buy, right? You want to rule out buy when you know that the buy's momentum is weak. Rule out buy, even though you are seeing this. Okay, rule out buy because price is in the supply zone. Okay, rule out buy. But can we look for a sell? Still depends, because price is in the supply zone. It may or may not. If you look for a sell, your stop loss must be above here. That's it. Okay, and then you must go to the lower time frame. I'm just going to read on the daily for the meantime. Okay, so now let's see what happens after this. Okay, so as you can see right now, so from right now, right, strong buyers, weak buyers, strong sellers rejection. Okay, small body candle, weak sell momentum. This is where the sellers start to take over already. So now we can see right now, right, there is strong sellers momentum. Can we take a sell straight away? As I say, I would love to take a sell when there is a weak buy momentum, or when the buyers show me that they are unable to push prices higher. That is where I want to take a sell. That's the best scenario. Okay, that's the best scenario. So in this case, I might still wait, because I don't like to take a sell after price go down, especially after price go down, make a lower low. Okay, lower low here, you go and sell, you might be lucky. Okay, but you don't get lucky a lot of time. Continue. Okay, At this point of time, weak buy momentum here, this weak buy momentum close is actually already a sign for us to look for a sell. Okay, all you need to do is at that weak buy momentum here, right? Weak buy momentum, just take the previous high and look for the sell at this level. Then your stop loss try to be above. Don't put right on the line. Okay, give it some room. Okay. Then if the next day, if you are going to wait for the 4 hour to look for entry, right? After this, price might just go on down because there's a buyers fail to push the price up one time, buyers fail 2 times to push the price up, and now the sellers is starting to push the price down. So you can start to look for a sell already. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you see that there, sellers right now controlling the market. See, strong buyers, sellers come in, buyers weak presence already, and that's it. Price starts to go down. Okay, remember the 3 points: candlestick formation, buyers and sellers relation, and momentum. Okay, so as we go down, look at these candles, right? Healthy sell candles, which tells that the momentum is still strong. Okay, healthy sell candle sells momentum is really strong. Okay, healthy sell candle momentum is still strong. Now this one, is this a strong momentum sell? Then this one, no, it's getting weak. Okay, it's getting weak. Now the buyers are starting to push the price up. Okay, which is the more stronger one? Is here. So if price break this area here, that means it could go up. Okay, let's see. So it does not go up. Okay, it does not go up because it does not reach here. Instead, what happened here, right? At this point of time, this is where the sellers start, very strong volume of sellers, and then weak buyers. Okay, weak buyers. So that means it never will reach here. So you didn't even buy in the first place. And then price continue to go its way down. So in this case, sellers are still in charge of this market. So let's continue. Sellers are still in charge, big, still strong. Okay, now we can see strong buy. Okay, strong buy. This small weak buy momentum, but this weak buy momentum turns into a strong buy in sub-bar breakout. So in this case, this is quite a good area for us to look for. I mean, this area is good buy. Okay, but it's a pullback will be better. Okay, so now the strong buy price might, in this case, price might go up, but you have to go for the lower time frame to look for entry trigger. Okay, I will just take the mother bar, see whether price will test that area or not. Okay, price will test the mother bar. Okay, and then went up. Okay, price with a lot of one retest go up, and then 2 retest go up, 3 retest go up. But if you see, right, in this case, right, we are inside a coiling inside bar pattern. Okay, coiling inside bar pattern. And then if you look at the momentum of the buyers and sellers, they are quite equal, right? Quite equal. But the seller momentum is weak. Okay, but the buyers momentum not exactly strong as well. But can we rule out sell in this case? Yes, you can rule out sell because the seller momentum is not there. Okay, let's continue. Okay, if you are going to sell because of this one strong candle, then you are in for a loss. Say I rule out sell, right? So we're going to rule out sell. We are looking for a buy, right? Then if you rule out sell, you're looking for a buy, then you could not have missed this up move. Okay, you could not have missed this up move. Alright, so now back to the present. Not back to the future, back to the present. So back to the present, what are we looking at right now from Euro USD? Based on the buyers and sellers relation, based on the candlestick formation, and based on the momentum. Okay. Now we knew that price looks to be a reversal towards the upside. Okay, because right now my information, right, what do I care? Which information is important to me, right? My information right now is here. I only care what happens here. I don't give a freak about what happens here. To me, in this case, right, the way I see this, I don't care about this jump move anymore. It's over. I don't care about this down move at all. So right now, right, over the next couple of weeks perhaps, right, price might just dangle around here, but to me, going long is still good for Euro USD. Okay, going long is still good for Euro USD until the price validate that it's going to go down hard. Okay, what can we see from here? Okay, what can we see from here? We can see from here, right, first of all, right, at this strong, there's a bullish candle here, so we cannot dictate the momentum. It's a strong bullish candle, that's all. But this next candle is more stronger. Okay, more stronger. As this, as just now I shared with you, technically, right, a strong momentum candle, right, the next candle need to be very strong. Then we will say, okay, super strong. But in this case, the next candle starts to shrink. So when you see the buy momentum starts to get weak, right, as I say, when you know where the buy momentum starts to get weak, rule out buy or rule out sell. Is rule out buy. Once the buy, you want to buy because of this volume, but the buy momentum starts to get weak. Now there are 10 buyers here. Now the buyers become 2. Why would you want to buy when the buyers are lesser? Okay, you don't want to buy. This is why Friday it turns out in this way. So in this case, right, so what do we know based on this information? So we knew that there is some resistance here, there is a supply zone here. And how significant is this supply zone? It's quite important because this supply zone, right, have closed below the previous low of the candle. So that's why I say for it might go down here. So we can look for a sell here. Then once it goes roughly around this zone, then we can look for a buy. Okay, the way I see it, so the next demand zone is near here. Until this zone has been taken out by the market with a strong push down, right, we want to look for a buy. Okay, for here at this location, we can look for a sell. Okay, if price doesn't go up very strong, because right now, right, if we look for a sell right now, we look for a sell right now. I mean, Monday you open, just press sell. Okay, and then in the end, the next candle just go up like this. What will you do? You would think twice, right? Okay, because right now, right, this candle does look like a strong sell momentum. The price may go down, but you need to validate in your lower time frame whether is the buyers, is the sellers in my side for me to look at the sell. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, so I mark this zone in daily, so I'm going to look at the 4 hour. So if you look at the 4 hour right now, if I look in the 4 hour, look at the candles right now. If you look at this right now, okay, strong buyers present, weak sellers present, buyers continue, and this is where right, buyers and sellers are starting to fight for placing. But in the end, who win the war? The sellers. Why? This is an inside bar fakey turning into an inside bar breakout here. So now we can see based on these 3 candles here, right, these 3 candle relation, right, in the meantime sellers are in control in the 4 hour. Okay, but in the daily, for the long picture, right, we want to look for a buy. But at this point of time now is look for a sell. Look for a sell. Now if you look at this strong seller, weak buy momentum. Okay, weak buy momentum, does it mean that we are going to sell? No. Okay, does not mean. It needs to go up at least to the supply zone, then it will have more confluence for you to take. I mean, your sell will work here much better than your sell work here. But will it go down and not go up? Not go up here? Yeah, of course, it may. So you have to know, if it go down, what is going to happen. If it's going to go up, what is going to happen. If it goes down and doesn't go up to the supply zone, then I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to follow the candle. I don't follow the candle. Then I will see what kind of reaction here. If there's a weak sell momentum, I want to look for a buy again. Okay, because why? Because in my daily, it shows that price may have reversed towards the upside. Okay, this could be a small correction and then go down here and then go up. I mean, it's still a lot way to go. Okay, but based on candlestick formation, based on buyers and sellers relation, based on momentum, it's a sell for now. Okay, it's a sell for now. Just have to wait for a retest. That's all. Okay, so just having this clue alone is enough for you to make your trading decision. Okay, mark your zone in your daily. Okay, as you see, right, I only use information, very little information. I don't use a lot. Okay, so Okay, I only care about what happened here. Until price can close below here with very strong push, then okay, I can look for a sell. But until this is broken, we can still look for a buy. But at this location, we are ruling out what? Because of this weak buy momentum and strong sell momentum, we rule out the buy. Okay, rule out the buy. That's it. And I'm done for your USD for next week. Okay, so you all can backtest into the charts. Don't do more than maybe 3 or I mean if you want to stick to one pair, it's not still no good. If you stick to one pair, right, you are losing opportunities on other pair. Most probably 2 pairs or 3 pairs, the max, maybe as a start. But one pair, I mean, it's too small. Okay, I mean, for me, just last week I only take around what? I take around 4, 5. I take 5, 6 pairs. I take a lot of pairs, but because I can see, for me, it's really about the experience, and then for me, it's like so experience need to build over time. You all will get better over time, lah. Okay. And so, if you look, let's go for gold right now. If you look for gold, right, we look from here. What is happening? For me, if I look for gold, like if you ask me, the based on what I stick, remember the 3 things that I share with you today: candlestick formation, buyers and sellers relation, and momentum. Okay. If you look at this candlestick formation, okay, buyers are pushing the price up. As buyers pushing the price up, this is a very strong candle. Suddenly, the buyers lose. Remember, when you see the buyers momentum, just remember what I say. Buyers momentum weaken me. That means there are 10 buyers here now. Now there are 10 buyers here, but now there's only left 2 buyers. Why would I want to buy? Just use that kind of theory. Okay. So now we know that here is a price have reached. I mean, not reached. Price have reached into a supply zone here. That's why it's starting to reject high prices, and the sellers are come back. But your question is, right, is this sellers coming back to continue this downtrend, right? As I say, don't look too far back. Don't need to look too far back. No need. Okay, it's no need. All we know right now, right, if you know that price is going to go down, you look for a sell. If you know that price is going to go up, then you look for a buy. That's it. Then you profit, you close. That's it. Okay. So we know that price have this. There's a lot of multiple theories that you can take from this price action. Can it be a double top? Yes, why not? Why is this not a double top? First of all, right, if you look at this, right, this is a strong move up, right? Price moving very strong. I mean, relatively strong. Okay, strong here, big pullback, weak sell momentum, another push, weak sell momentum, buyer's rejection, another push. These 2 candles alone, right, if you combine, is super strong, right? Then suddenly, boom, the sellers start to push down. That means this is a very strong zone. So when this strong zone, right, retest, look at the next one, very strong. But then price still continue to go up. At this point, right, is it a reversal, right? From 1, 2, 3 looks to be a reversal, yes. But this candle here is the key. Okay, because I drop a poll to my students. Why the next candle price go down? It's because of this. Because of this weak buy momentum. Rule out what? Rule out buy. Can we sell? Yes, but you don't take profit, you still, walk out with very little profits. So it depends. Alright. So as the next day, right, there's a weak sell momentum. There's a weak sell momentum close here, which is why the next day what happens is price go up first. When price go up first, you look for a buy in the supply zone, something is definitely wrong. Alright. So in this case, right, we can see multiple rejections here. So in this case, for me, if you ask me, is to look for a sell first. That means price might go down first a while before going up. This is what I see. Okay, because based on this candlestick alone, it's not enough to tell me that this price is going to go down strong. No, not yet. Okay, because based on the structure that I'm seeing right here, right, we are seeing higher lows. Okay, we are seeing higher lows in terms of the structure wise. So it's not changing anything. Okay, it does not change the outlook yet. Okay, but it's not moving well, of course. What is this telling you, right? This 1, 2, 3 candles telling you, right? Price is fluctuating a lot in this here. So whatever you want, entries that you want to take, guys, you have to be very in and out very fast one. Okay, and when you have this style thing, it's not easy to trade. Just like when you see this, there's a lot of candle. This means that price fluctuate a lot. Okay, fluctuate a lot. Like in this case, right, price does not fluctuate a lot. It moves it moves very smoothly and fast towards the downside. Okay, it moves very smoothly and fast towards the downside. This is where price does not move nicely. And this, when this happen, right, very hard to trade. Right, very hard to trade. And this happen, very hard to trade. Actually, when you see all these things, it's actually very hard to trade also. I understand. Okay, but just remember that you don't want to buy at supply. You don't want to sell at demand. Remember that. Okay. So right now, what just make do with the information on hand. Okay. So now in terms of buyers relation, we are rolling out buy. So in this case, we can look for a sell. Okay, because price is in the supply zone. But remember, this close is still technically a weak sell momentum. So price can still go up from here. Okay, price can still go up from here. So the thing is, be careful for this sell also. So be careful for this sell also. So we are going to look for the 4 hours. So I look for 4 hours, see whether can I look for a sell. Okay, if I look for the 4 hour in terms of the buyers and sellers relation, right? Okay, buyers strong, sellers weak, buyers go up. Okay, buyers go up, sellers goes down, buyers start still pushing the market up in this case. Okay, buyers still pushing the market up in this case. Buyers went up here. Okay, now the sellers is starting to go the market. As you see that the buyers have very little presence. Okay, very little presence. So we have to see what happens when price reaches to this supply zone. Okay, if we see a weak buy momentum happening around here, or we see a weak buy momentum here, right, you want to look for a sell. But if you do not take any trade from here, never mind, let it go down first. Okay, a strong sell candle, and then a weak buy momentum, right? Then you can start look for a sell. Okay, at this point of time, you don't want to sell. Why? It's the same theory. You are the one seller here who are trying to sell these 5 buyers here. So technically, the buyers will still win. So don't want to sell from here. Don't sell from here. Wait. Okay, trading is really about more of a waiting game. Okay, waiting game. And then with the price action, taking actions from the zone is the best than taking action anywhere else, because there's no validation in your trading decisions. Okay, there must be validation in your trading decision. Why you have to sell? Why must you sell here? Why can't you sell here? Why must I sell here? Why can't I sell here? You get what I mean? All those things. Okay, the more things, the more confluence, the more better. Okay, the less confluence. The example, for instance, after every sell, you continue sell. Okay, if you are going to sell, I mean, like based on a strong candle line, most of the time it won't work. Okay, most of the time, sometimes it will work. Okay, strong candle you sell, it works. Strong candle you sell, it works. Strong candle you sell, it doesn't work. Okay, strong candle you buy, works. Strong candle you buy, works. Okay, strong candle you buy, it does not work. Strong candle you buy, it does not work. Weak candle you buy, it does not work. You get what I mean? So you must understand, remember the 3 things that I say: candlestick formation, buyers and sellers relation, and momentum. And all you need to do is practice. Okay, practice. Okay, so understand this. So from any questions, what you all can DM me, direct message me at Instagram. Okay, but for now, I think this is the information that I can share with you with regards to all these 3. Okay, so to sum up, remember that a candlestick represents a body and a shadow. Okay, a small body, a small candle that formed after that big candle. Let's say is a bullish candle. This is the bullish candle, and next candle close bullish but very small. It shows that the buyers are weak. When the buyers are weak, what are you going to rule out? Buy. Okay, but if this is the bullish candle, the next candle is a bearish candle. Bearish candle, very small candle. Bearish candle, small candle, and there's a strong bullish. You want to look for buy. Okay, strong bullish and then a weak sell momentum, weak bear candle, look for buy. Why? Because your buy will have momentum to go up, because the sell momentum, the sellers are gone. Okay, the sellers is on its way near the exit already. Okay, and then the momentum. Okay, remember this 3 things as you go into this upcoming week trading. Okay, it's a waiting game, remember, and do not take decision after a strong candle. Okay, do not take decision after a strong candle. Okay, you might get lucky lah, but we don't get lucky a lot of time. Okay, in this one, because the market in reality, right, move with very weak momentum. in reality. You don't see a market move like that. Okay, no. Okay, so be very careful on that. And that's it. So I'll see you on my next video as I think about how to give you more values into all this. Okay, so I'll stop here. See you guys. Happy New Year and take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.